The stock market could crash in the future, and we recently saw a preview of that as major tech companies took a significant hit. So, which stocks should you watch and possibly buy if the market crashes? Now, the first stock I personally want to own in my portfolio, and it is Ferrari. This company, of course, makes high end sports cars, which they've been doing for decades. But what separates this company from other automotive companies? First is the exclusivity. Ferrari is a very exclusive brand, so exclusive that if you want to get your hands on some of Ferrari's best products, you often have to already own a Ferrari just to be able to purchase another Ferrari. This demonstrates loyalty to the brand. Additionally, Ferrari only produces around 15,000 cars annually, which increases the demand for their products. This makes it a very sustainable business because if they know there is demand for their products, it becomes very predictable. As a result, they can charge large amounts of money, which increases margins. And that is one of the reasons Ferrari has really good margins compared to other car brands. Then there's a lot of brand awareness, as almost any car enthusiast knows about Ferrari, and even people outside the car world would recognize the brand. This symbolizes a very strong moat. But the one thing that makes this company a bad investment at its current price is the valuation. This company has a PE ratio of 51 and a price to free cash flow ratio of 51, which, in my personal opinion, is too much to pay even for a company like Ferrari. However, I would probably buy some shares if the ratio dropped to around 30, which is still high in my book. Now, the numbers for Ferrari are outstanding. They have both a 22% profit margin and free cash flow margin, a 50% gross margin, and a return on investment capital of 20%, which is unheard of in the car business. So, if the stock can fall to a more reasonable price, it would be a buy, in my opinion. The next stock is another very high quality business, Microsoft. This company is one of the biggest tech giants in the world, and for good reason. First, Microsoft is not just a one trick pony. They have their hands in several high margin, high growth industries, whether it's software like Microsoft Office, cloud computing through Azure, gaming with Xbox, or even professional networking with LinkedIn. Microsoft operates in multiple spaces, giving them a diversified and stable revenue stream. And when it comes to stability, Microsoft thrives. They have established strong moats in all of these fields. However, the most threatened moat right now, in my opinion, is cloud computing, as they are up against major players like Google and Amazon. Despite the competition, Microsoft is holding up well. In fact, cloud computing remains one of the biggest strengths as the cloud industry is growing rapidly. Cloud services are extremely lucrative because they generate recurring revenue, have strong margins, and are critical for businesses of all sizes. Now, there's a lot more to say about Microsoft, but to keep it short, the company has a huge moat due to its strong brand awareness and the deep integration of its products, like Windows, Office, and Azure, into businesses and everyday life. This makes it extremely difficult for competitors to replace them. When it comes to the numbers, Microsoft currently has a PE ratio of 36 and a price to free cash flow ratio of 45, which is quite high, even for Microsoft. However, the company does have excellent margins, with a 35% profit margin and a 28.5% free cash flow margin, which is also the same as the return on investment capital. So if the stock falls, it's definitely one to keep an eye on. Another massive high quality company is Visa, one of the most dominant players in the global payment industry. What sets Visa apart is its massive network effect. Every time someone uses a Visa card, Visa takes a small fee from the transaction. With its scale and reach, Visa has built a huge moat, making it incredibly difficult for competitors to replicate its success. That said, MasterCard is Visa's closest rival and a strong competitor. Both companies dominate the payment space and benefit from similar trends, so Visa doesn't have the market entirely to itself. However, Visa is slightly larger and processes more transactions globally, giving it a slight edge in scale. Another major strength is Visa's asset light business model. Unlike banks, Visa doesn't take on credit risk, it simply facilitates transactions. This allows Visa to maintain incredible margins. Visa also benefits from the global shift from cash to digital payments. In many emerging markets, cash still dominates, providing a long runway for growth. As more people adopt cards and digital wallets, Visa stands to grow organically for years to come. The downside, though, is its valuation. Visa trades at a PE ratio of around 33 and a price to free cash flow ratio of 35, which is high but not too far off from what I would be willing to pay for a company like Visa. I definitely understand why people would buy this stock, as it also has exceptional margins, a 55% profit margin, a 52% free cash flow margin, and a 97% gross margin, which is truly incredible. In summary, Visa has a strong moat supported by its network effect and the rise of digital payments, but it faces competition from MasterCard. If the valuation drops to a more reasonable level, I'd seriously consider adding it to my own portfolio. Next up is Netflix, which is another very popular company. Netflix is a leader in streaming entertainment. The company pretty much revolutionized the way people consume TV shows and movies, and it continues to dominate the streaming space. What truly sets Netflix apart is its vast content library and the brand loyalty, which helps them stand out in an increasingly competitive market. Moreover, Netflix's ability to use data analytics to predict and create content based on viewers' preferences is another edge that's hard to replicate. They know exactly what people want to watch, making their content highly effective. Another key factor is Netflix's global reach. With availability in over 190 countries, Netflix has the largest streaming footprint, beating competitors. Now, to sustain the global presence, Netflix has made significant investments in international content, including original shows like Money Heist and Sacred Games, allowing it to dominate global markets. Netflix also benefits by being one of the first in the game, which means they have established strong brand recognition and a massive subscriber base that provides it with pricing power. Lastly, its easy to use interface and personalization features keeps users engaged. That said, competition in streaming is intense, and new players like Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and HBO Max are gaining ground, each bringing their own unique content to the table. But despite the competition, Netflix is still competing well and taking advantage of the brand recognition. The biggest challenge with Netflix right now is its valuation. The company has a PE ratio of around 50 and a price to free cash flow ratio of around 60, which, in my opinion, is too high for Netflix. However, it does have strong margins with a 22% profit margin, a 17% free cash flow margin, and a 14% return on investment capital. In conclusion, Netflix stands out due to its innovative content strategy, global reach, data driven insights, and early dominance in the market. But with increasing competition and a high valuation, it may be worth waiting for a more favorable price before adding it to your portfolio. The last stock is another very popular company, especially in the USA, Amazon. Amazon is a global giant in both e commerce and cloud computing, with a massive presence in various industries like entertainment, logistics, and even groceries through its Amazon Fresh and Whole Foods acquisitions. What sets Amazon apart is its unmatched scale, allowing the company to dominate the e commerce space. With its vast product selection and ultra fast delivery capabilities, Amazon makes shopping incredibly convenient for customers, leading to high levels of brand loyalty. Their Prime membership locks in customers by offering benefits like faster shipping, streaming services, and exclusive discounts, further strengthening their moat. Amazon also has a strong presence in the cloud market with Amazon Web Services, AWS, which is a significant growth driver, providing cloud infrastructure to businesses worldwide. All in all, Amazon is a massive company with a very significant moat and the ability to invest wisely. Despite this, Amazon has some very high valuations. It currently has a PE ratio of 50 and a price to free cash flow ratio of 57, which are quite high. When it comes to the margins, Amazon has an 8% profit margin and a 7% free cash flow margin, which aren't the highest, but this could be due to their heavy investments. They also have a return on investment capital of 8%, which is decent. Overall, Amazon is a high quality business with a unique moat, which is a major reason why I really like this company. I consider adding it to my portfolio if it drops to a more reasonable price. Thank you so much for watching. Now, if you want to learn about 5 extremely popular but overvalued stocks in the market which you might actually have in your portfolio, watch this video right here.